help us also transform the county. Your Excellency, with those many remarks, also transform the county. Your Excellency, with those many remarks, now let me take this opportunity to invite my colleagues to come and make just short remarks. Let me start with the Member of Parliament for Langata
remaining
Honorable Felix
to provide evidence before the House, and the members of the County Assembly being allocated a balance of 42 minutes up to this juncture. Upon the lapse of that time, 2 hours and 5 minutes, the House will be moving to have the senators ask questions
and all the guests
in regards to what will have been presented before the House so far, as well as seek clarification on some of the evidence and answers.
I did not want to really prepare kwa sababu tumeenda huko mara nyingi, lakini sasa tunakuomba hama Homa Bay, sasa ukuje upige kambi hapa nyumbani. Piga kambi hapa nyumbani, watu wa Siaya pia wapate ile maendeleo umepeleka Homa Bay mingi ile. Asante sana, Mungu awabariki.
Let me welcome my brother, the chairman of Public Accounts Committee, the Member of Parliament for Butere, Honorable Tindi Mwale.
The quorum has been attained. Allow me to hand you over.
Watu wa Siaya mlembe. Mlembe handi. Asante sana. Sisi na nyinyi ni kitu kimoja. Mimi naitwa Mheshimiwa Tindi Mwale. Mimi ni mbunge wa Butere na pia mimi ndio chairman ya Public Accounts Committee. Your Excellency, I'm very happy to join you today for the church service. Rais ni rafiki yangu sana, na wakati niliona anakuja hapa nikasema pia mimi nikuje tusali pamoja. Si nimefanya vizuri? Na watu wa Ingo wako ndani ya broad based government ya Mheshimiwa President William Ruto na Baba Raila Amolo. Nyinyi mko ndani ya broad base ama mko nje ya broad base? Hebu nione wangapi wako ndani ya broad base. Na mimi Mheshimiwa Rais nataka
in front of the President for the first time. The much we appreciate how we are working with your government. In the last 3 days, Your Excellency, let me also take this chance to tell you that in the last 3 days was the first time I've worked with a cabinet secretary from Siaya in our villages in Siaya. For the last 13 years that I've been in Parliament, I've never had an opportunity to work so closely with a cabinet secretary, with a minister of a government. And that was Opeo Wandai. We've worked for the last 3 days, going to the villages to see that we have power in all our areas. Your Excellency, this is for purpose of augmenting what we are doing. And I want to tell you, Mr. President, that including our community, that history is very clear in terms of who this community can work with. The works that can make this community work with other communities is very clear. History has had it, that there are people that this community can work with. And that is political history. But I can also say that even for purpose of geography, Your Excellency, there are areas, you cannot, what we call jigsaw fitting. You cannot fit America on the Arabian continent, minus going through Africa. But it's very easy to jigsaw fit the Americas on Africa. Similarly, when you take that geography, it's not very easy to jigsaw fit the basin on the eastern escarpment. It's much more easier to fix the basin on the western escarpment. And that's exactly where this community is headed to, our President. That we want to work together in terms of what is practical. And it's just practical that we can easily jigsaw fit with the west of the rift much more easily than the way we've been trying to fix ourselves with the east of the rift. Your Excellency, what will help us cement this relationship that we have with your government is the fulfillment of the little projects, promises here and there. We are disadvantaged. We may not have the coffee. We may not have the sugar cane. And we know you are doing a lot of work in those kind of economies. Our economy here needs quite a bit of fixing. Particularly, we know fisheries will take quite a bit of time, but that's an economy that we really need to put our efforts on. Your Excellency, Bondo, Siaya, towns. The government has done a lot of effort before. There is a water project that has been here. The government placed a lot of money. Siaya doesn't have water, Bondo doesn't have water, and it's the same project that's supposed to go to Rarieda. How happy will we be if when you are going to Sidindi, you are going to Ugunja, to launch a water project that started after the other one, the bigger one? We'll be more happy that water is in Siaya, water is in Bondo, and water reaches Rarieda. And to that extent, Your Excellency, if we can fix these kind of little things that we have, including the irrigation, little small irrigation projects that we have in our communities, plus the Zoya irrigation works, I'll be very happy. So thank you very much, Your Excellency. We'll be joining you constantly to make sure that our things work. Asanteni sana. Jothurwa, gimoro matin kende. Tedo katok dala, tedo mwasebedo kajo wadwa tedo jo jirani. Soya mabiro nwaga. Tile mabiro nwaga. Sao chopo. Mwabe korwa dwa mondo watedi, wabende jomoko winjie sochwa. Ero uru kamano.
Aya. Jothurwa untie. Your Excellency, Dr. Gideon Ochanda has reminded me on something which I just wanted to alert him that there's something we introduced in the last budget called crop diversification. You are urging Kenyans to diversify from the traditional cash crops that they have been investing in for a long time that are almost becoming obsolete in terms of returns. And I want to just mention to Dr. Ochanda that in this budget which we are implementing, Siaya County alone has about 100 million shillings for crop diversification. And your Cabinet Secretary for Cooperative Development was here, and he met our county leadership team, including the minister in charge of agriculture in the county, and we want to urge our people, please, we want you to start planting coffee. Coffee is a cash crop that we want all Kenyans to go into because of the potential and returns in terms of foreign exchange, and we want our people also to be able to earn foreign currency here in the grassroots. So, Your Excellency, thank you very much for that program. I want our people, please work with the county government of Siaya so that you can start planting coffee. Your Excellency, let me move forward and now invite the Member of Parliament for Uriri, Honorable Mark Ogola Nyamita, to come and talk to us.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Tandi, Your Excellency the President, Your Lordship the Bishop. Thank you for your true words of encouragement. Indeed, it is good when brothers stay together. In fact, in another verse, they describe it, that how good is it for brothers to be together. It is like that oil going down Aaron's chin. So we are glad to be here. Josiah untie. Josiah untie. Aningina jamigori kawuna bira anuendo. To abiro awinjo kajalango wachoni President osebudo Homa Bay. To wambe nuagwele ni mondo tim dake migori matesta winjo ka Josiah bedware. To samanua bira winjo ka Kisumu bedware. Your Excellency, the people of Siaya are demanding you, just like the people of Migori and Homa Bay and Kisumu. These are really unprecedented times that we didn't foresee ourselves. But I think it is because of the good work that you continue to do for this great nation. Without a doubt, there is not a single constituency in this country where there is no national government project. I just wanted to speak to the matter of SHA, and I wanted to speak to our religious leaders, because we are here today in church. Bishop, many a times when things are not working, the church is at the forefront, speaking out, especially when health matters are there. We want to urge you and all other religious leaders that in the very same way, when things are not working, we hear your voice, just like the political class also speak to some of those issues. Because we want to build this nation together, we also urge you to speak to the things that are actually working. And this issue of SHA, Your Excellency, even by the sheer number of people who have been registered on this particular platform, is a confirmation that it is actually working. There are a few issues, and we have heard in the news in the recent days, a few hospitals have actually been affected and they've actually been registered. I just want to urge that this is a thing that must work just like education. The hope of a poor man is only in health and in education. So SHA must be made to work. And Your Excellency, I heard recently your Cabinet Secretary say that maybe there are a few members of Parliament who are also running hospitals. If there is a member of Parliament, including myself, who is running the hospital and is involved in this fraud, we want to urge you, fieka hao. If there are people in the mainstream government who are also involved in this fraud around SHA, fieka hao, Rais. If there are religious institutions that are running hospitals that are involved in this particular fraud, fieka hao wote. Because we want that every single Kenyans, just like all of us have access to medication, they can also get medication. Finally, Your Excellency, still on the matter of health, I now want to urge our county governments, because health is a devolved function. And recently you have spoken to free medical health in all our clinics up to level 4, from the smallest clinic to up to about level 4. For outpatients, we are urging our county governments, it is now your duty to avail drugs in all our hospitals, so that when the citizenry go to the hospital, they do not miss the drugs. And that way we will have a prosperous nation. Otherwise, on my behalf of the people of Uriri, and I dare say on behalf of my in-laws, because you know my wife comes from Alego, I want to say, sisi tuko na wewe ni rais wa tutam. Wale wanasema rais tutam, nione namna hii. Tutam ama si tutam? Tutam ama si tutam? Ere ukomano Nyasaye ogwedhu.
Aya, Mark Nyamita, jao den nyang'ia. Nyang'ia ka, murng'ia ka. Enor koso kenor. Aya, now let me invite the Member of Parliament for Game, Honorable Elisha Odhiambo Akuba.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander of our Defense Forces, allow me to ride on the protocol established by the Honorable Tandi and of course the Governor of Siaya. Jothuro untie, Jothuro mor, anabiro ka monawaji njili, ni 2027, waduoko William Samoei Ruto kendo. Elango moye, meauru baru malo. Your Excellency, let me be brief because time is running. I want to request you, Your Excellency, that in the next month, when my brother Ray is doing recruitment for the police, let's see I get a higher number. Awajo kama niwa nikindi ko police, Josiah udie mang'eny moloyo moko. Akwayo kozoka kwayo. Number 2, Your Excellency, by end of next year, there will be skyscraping building in all the towns of Kenya. And Kenyans will start to appreciate how you're impacting in our society in terms of affordable houses. Number 2, Your Excellency, I'm a beneficiary of your hard work. When you took over presidency, I had a loan that I was paying 175,000. Now I'm only paying 135,000. It means the economy is working well. Finally, Your Excellency, us as the people of Siaya, we are feeling your government. My brother, Dr. Raymond Omolo has a program for the widows. And that program is touching the hearts of women in the country. Number two, our brother the CS Wandai is moving all over to ensure that we have access to electricity in the Republic of Kenya. And finally, Mbadinyang is also doing his bit in Suba. Your Excellency, you have assurance that come 2027, we'll elect you again so that we can have a progressive society moving forward. And finally, I encourage county governments of Siaya, let us remit employees' contribution of SHA, which you have kept for 3 months. The employees are not accessing help because you have not remitted the amount. Thank you.
Aya, Jodalawa. I want peace. I want peace. Aya. Very good, very good, very good. Joturwa, wakwe uru mos, wachegni chopo kuma jotelo madongo dwa loso kodwa. Wadwaro ni mondo ubed mos. Ubed mos. Mr. Ogea, please, stop that kelele there. Aya. Your Excellency, now let me take this chance to invite the Member of Parliament for Ugenya, Honorable David Ouma Ochieng.
Thank you so much, Honorable Tandi, to our Lord Bishop, Your Excellency, the President. I'm very happy to be here this morning. Your Excellency, this is your 5th visit to our county. It shows the friendship that you have with us. I want to say this morning, Your Excellency, that no other president before you has shown us friendship, not just by word, but by deed. Your Excellency, hapa Siaya, Kisumu, kila mahali wanachimbwa. Wanachimba stima, wanachimba barabara, wanachimba manyumba, wanachimba masoko kwa sababu ya urafiki ambayo uko nayo na sisi watu wa Nyanza. Mungu akubariki sana. Your Excellency, I like your boldness. There are things you've done in the last 3 years that no first-time president would do. You decided to take housing head-on. You decided to take health head-on. You decided to reform our education. All the presidents who have come before you talked about them, did nothing about them. And I believe that if you are just patient enough, the reforms you've made in the last 3 years, Your Excellency, will reverberate in this country for the next 30, 40 years to come. Continue doing what you do. Don't be afraid. Be courageous, because the things you are doing are the things that are going to make this country our own Singapore. Your Excellency, I have one issue. That hizi vitu tunafanya vizuri zote, taribika, usirudi kwa ile mambo yako mambo matatu. Go back to those 3 issues. Mambo matatu. Because if you don't fight corruption, if you don't fight indiscipline, if you don't fight incompetence, we will not go anywhere, Your Excellency. So I want to say here in Siaya, kama ni wabunge wako corrupt, fight them. Kama ni koti judiciary is corrupt, deal with them. Kama ni your ministers who are corrupt, deal with them. Kama ni counties that are corrupt, deal with them, Your Excellency. Don't spare anybody. Let's build one country. Let's build a country that all of us believe in. Finally, Your Excellency. Nimambiwa kama nimekaa pale kwamba kama tunangoja, as we wait for you to do all for us, Kisumu, Siaya, Busia Road, inakaa mbaya sana sasa, Your Excellency. It's patches all over. Barabara ya Kisumu mpaka Busia, Your Excellency, please, naomba mara 10. Saidia ziko barabara hiyo. Thank you so much. Welcome to Siaya again, and God bless you, Rokamano.
Aya. Yoturwa untie. Erejo mamorgi President Ruto kai. Very good. Now I want to invite my brother, the Member of Parliament for Arieda, Dr. Otiende Amolo, Senior Counsel.
Your Excellency, the President, I only have 2 issues. One is a thank you. The second is an invitation. Mr. President, this is your 5th visit to Siaya. Your first 2, which included you coming to Rarieda, I did not attend because the political clouds did not align. But on your 3rd visit, when you came for the Luo Festival, I was there. On your 4th visit, when you came to Ramba, I was there. On your 5th visit in Siaya, I have come. When you were in Ramba, I made 3 requests, and I want to thank you that all the 3 requests have been done. First of all was the request for low-volume tarmacking of Kalandinka Elijah. Working with Waziri Mbadi and Chairman Atandi, it has been tendered. My second request was for affordable housing hostels for KMTC in Masala, Rarieda. 1,250 units, it has been tendered. My third request was for Ramba, a 20 million construction. It is in process. Allow me to thank you. My next request will be for Assembly Bay, and the MCAs here, stand up. Assembly Bay is the gateway to Siaya through the lake. And you know that there's that program for doing the pyre at Assembly Bay. I will be making that request shortly. Secondly is an invitation, and let me start by thanking the Bishop, the Right Reverend John Mark Haungodia. I come from the Diocese of Bondo. My wife is Anglican, but I'm Catholic. But I pray with Anglicans a lot because, Mr. President, these Anglicans are more democratic than some of our churches. First of all, for us, we don't elect our bishops. They are appointed, and then in church terms, they say they are anointed. But the Anglicans elect their bishop. Secondly, for us, for example, in Catholic, when it comes to Holy Communion, it is only the Catholics who are prepared, who are allowed to take it. But for Anglicans, as you saw today, Mr. President, I believe you belong to AIC, and I'm Catholic. We were able to take the Holy Communion at the invitation of the bishop. But more importantly, for us in Catholic, when we go there, you are given the Holy Communion, and then you are told go. And then the priest remains, and he takes the wine by himself. These Anglicans even give us wine. So, Mr. President, me and you, let us reconsider our faith. Having said that, Joturwa, Jomorwa Konjelo Jagot, Mia Badi. Mr. President, these people have welcomed you. Please keep coming to Siaya, because in Siaya, first you have a father in the name of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. Then you have a brother in the name of Barack Obama. Then you have another brother from another mother in the name of Raila Amolo Odinga. So keep coming, Mr. President. Thank you very much.
Aya. Joturwa winjo kaka wajumbe twak maber. Ere joma mor gi wajumbe wa Siaya. Joturwa ani ng'eyo ni sani chiko koyiena mondo akwa president gimoro amora. Nikech an ema keto budget. To nitie gik mwaketi budget mang'eny ma kawacho kae tibro wach ni atandi kara ng'ito marach. Nyaka wadag ka biye ng'e ni chami to kako gedo to kinyal ng'eyo kako gedo. Wawinjore. Omiyo an agedo gi rieko. Lakini John Mbadi gopia wandae gi joman go tongi gik madhi mbele. Omiyo adwaro mondo koro walos matini weche gik mwatimo to watiyo nikech ng'eni gik mwaketo gi be joma ng'eny ok morgo. Dongu neno ka wuoyi mana ka okuome chande no keto mang'eny to nogo koko ma wagole ma ka okare. Dongu neno kamano. Omiyo adwaro ni ka waketo gik moko gi John Mbadi mineno mobet kae ni wuoyi mariek ahinya. Wuod Suba ni wuoyi malich ahinya. En kaseketo pesa to en ogolo koro pesa tiyo. Omiyo adwaro mondo ubed mokwe joma uketo mbele i sirikani gin jomo tegno. Kendo gin jomo ng'e sida man thurwa kae. Emomiyo Raila Amolo Odinga ne oketo mondo wabed kanyo. Raila Amolo Odinga oketi aketa, ogo ikogno kendo ng'eyo ni in ng'ama nyalo timo tich. Omiyo thurwa usirwa koso kusirwa. Joma sirowa joma ni sirikal ane bade uka usirwa motegno. Now, I want to now take this opportunity to invite our elder, our father, the man you are not allowed to contest against. Your Excellency, in this county, nobody is allowed to contest against Dr. Oburu Oginga. Dr. Oburu Oginga will just get elected. You don't need to run against him. The Senator of Siaya. Welcome, Daktari.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, the Governor of Siaya, all leaders, senators and members of the National Assembly, and the clergy, and all members of our community who are present here, and our visitors. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you all. Oimre uru, oyavre uru. Your Excellency, this is my church. I am an Anglican, and I was born Anglican, and I will be buried Anglican, by Anglican Church. But Your Excellency, I can tell you I was tortured by my church for very many years. They never allowed me to take this Holy Communion, which we have taken with you this afternoon, until last year, when I was 81 years old, simply because my father insisted that there is nowhere in the Bible where it is stated that all the names for baptism must be Anglican, must be English, must be European. And he insisted, and there is nothing there in the Bible. And he even wrote a letter to the Archbishop of Canterbury, and he got a confirmation that I should be baptized using African names. So my full names are Ngonga Amolo Oburu Oginga. And my brother is Raila Amolo Odinga. And my late brother Agola was Ngire Umodo Agola. But last year, my bishop in Bondo allowed me to be confirmed, and even though it was too late because I had already married a second wife. And Your Excellency, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to our county. These are people are not very complicated people. They are always very straightforward. If they don't want you, they just tell you on your face. And if they love you, they also tell you on your face. And you can clearly see on the faces of these people that they really love you. And Your Excellency, this love comes because you have also shown love for them. First, there is the Minister of Finance, John Ngong'o Mbadi. John Mbadi has taken that docket of the Ministry of Finance, which has never, since we got our independence, been held by a Jaluo. This is the very first time that a Jaluo is holding the Ministry of Finance. Your Excellency, that is a very, very clear show of love for our people by giving one of us the Ministry of Finance. You also gave our son here, Opiyo Wandayi, the Ministry of Energy. And Opiyo Wandayi is so energetic that he is befitting that ministry. He is always everywhere in Kenya, moving and implementing electricity projects. And we want you, Opiyo Wandayi, our son here, to bring electricity, because electricity is the foundation of development. Anywhere in the world, the reason why Africa is called a dark continent is because it has no electricity. Who will come to invest with you if you have no power? Power is the foundation of development. And Opio is doing it very effectively. Opio, thank you. And thank you, Mr. President, for giving him that docket. Mr. President, we want you to continue. We don't want to engage too much in the future talks about Ruto must go, Ruto must go, Ruto must go. Ruto is going nowhere. Ruto is going nowhere because there are only 5 ways you can remove a president. First, either he resigns or he dies. If he doesn't die, he is defeated in an election. And if he is not defeated in an election, then something attacks his brain. He becomes a bit... and none of those things exist with the president. The president is very healthy and is there. If you want to remove him, wait for 2027 and all of us are there. So we are all Kenyans. Let us work together. Let us build bridges and let us see what comes and who comes out. Because me, Mr. President, I'm also a Gen Z. That's why I'm called youth leader. And President, we have seen the fruits of what is coming here. There is this road in Bondo. That road in Bondo, there has been a lot of outcry about its implementation. But there is 200 million shillings which had been given in the budget, and I have talked to Honorable Mbadi to give it something in the supplementary so that it is completed. You came and promised that it will be done, and we must make sure it is done so that people don't continue complaining. The contractor who is in Gotnanga, Orengo's place, those sites, has become very incompetent. Give us another contractor to finish this one in Bond. Mr. President, I don't want to say much more because there is a lot going on. To ko imilunga ni dongro ko jothurwa tikwaga uru koko mangeny ka gimoro biro to uso asoya mos to logo leng uso asoya mos to logo leng nikech nyiego ngeny kodwa uwinjo jothurwa erokamano uru.
Dr. Uburu is a youth leader or not a youth leader? How many people are saying nobody should contest against Oburu Oginga? Tingane bari malo. Very good. Daktari, you are already elected 2027. Now, Your Excellency, I want to request you to allow me to introduce your own PS for Interior to come and introduce other government officials who I may not have recognized them. Oh, okay. Thank you for that direction. Your Excellency, as I step down now from here, I just wanted to thank you, Your Excellency, for the many of our people that you are working with in your cabinet and in the executive, including our 2 CSs, the Minister for Finance and the Minister for Energy. Your Excellency, this team that you are working with among our people are doing a very good job, and they are working with us, they are consulting with us, and we are happy for the support you are giving them. Also, the principal secretaries that are now from our region here, I mentioned the 2 of them from Siaya, and of course the Interior PS. Your Excellency, we want to thank you for them. But Your Excellency, we also want to urge you that in Siaya, we still do not have so many of our sons in government, in the mainstream executive. We have a few sons from here who are CEOs, maybe 1 or 2. But Your Excellency, I want to urge you that this is the county of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. This is one of the most important counties in Kenya for the reasons given to you by Otienda Molo. Your Excellency, I want to urge you that going forward, please, as you make those appointments for ambassadors, for chairman of parastatals, for CEOs, please look for Siaya people also as well. I wanted to introduce to you one of our sons here, who is also working very well with you in the Data Commission Office. He's the Deputy Director of Mrs. Kamket. He's a very strong son of Alego here. Please, next time there's an opportunity, Your Excellency, I'll come to see you so that you can look at him positively. Oscar, this is the Deputy of Mrs. Kamket. He's a very strong son of Alego. He's my age mate. I went to school with him from primary to university. Oscar, I know we will go see the president so that the president can get to know you in person. Thank you very much. Now, with those many remarks, now let me take this opportunity to invite my brother, the Minister for Energy, James Opio Wandai. Wandai, welcome.
The Bishop of the Diocese of Maseno West, the Right Reverend John Mark Gordia, all the clergy, Your Excellency, the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, wananchi wa Siaya, hamjambo. Josiaya Dimor wako President kawuono kaendi. Siaya untie. Siaya umor. To Siaya will. I will be very brief. Your Excellency, we are indeed extremely delighted that today you have chosen to join us here in Siaya and pray with us. Your Excellency, secondly, I want to thank you once again for finding it fit and necessary to take affirmative action to integrate these people into mainstream governance of this country. Your Excellency, since you appointed me to be one of your cabinet secretaries, I have found it extremely easy working with you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, this particular region, I know you have got a plan to develop every part of this country. But this particular region has had its potential, not unlocked, not harnessed for quite a long time. You have made a conscious decision to have the potential of this region unlocked and to have it harnessed for the development of this region and indeed for the rest of the country. Your Excellency, whenever I travel around the country, and especially this region, one thing is certain, that the country has witnessed transformation that was never imagined before. Your Excellency, as I conclude, the difference between potential and implementation is leadership. Leadership. What this country has had, all the resources it has. This country has had all the minds and brains that it has. What this country has always required is leadership. Leadership that is prepared to make hard decisions. You have made some of the hardest possible decisions in this country. And you have taught us, as your cabinet secretaries, that it is better you make a decision which is wrong instead of not making a decision. Better a decision which is wrong than not making a decision at all. And your hard decisions are indeed now bearing fruit. As I conclude, Your Excellency, these people, and we live with them here, and we talk with them every day, these people see you as their natural ally. True or not true? Isn't Ruto our natural ally? First and foremost, Your Excellency, you co-founded ODM with Baba. But more importantly, ideologically, you are fully aligned with these people. And therefore, we can only say that the future is bright. Politically speaking, we speak to them and they have assured us that they are working with you every step of the way. Every step of the way. And let me also thank Baba Raila Amolo Odinga by joining forces with you and showing us the way, and indeed showing the whole country the way. As I continue to implement my programs of electrification within my ministry, Your Excellency, I continue to abide by your directive that we do so across the country without any form of discrimination. So allow me, with those very many remarks, to welcome my brother, the Cabinet Secretary for Finance and National Treasury, the Honorable John Mbadi, to come forward and make some remarks before inviting the Governor. Thank you very much. Welcome.
Your Excellency, the President, the church leadership, the Governor, Siaya County, Senator, my colleague, CS Energy, other members of Parliament, the leadership of the County Assembly of Siaya, led by the Speaker and other MCS. Josiaya Oye! Josiaya Oye! Your Excellency, I have a few remarks to make. First of all, you are teaching us and you have taught us the virtue of being Christians. That at least once a week, you take time out of your schedules as directed by God in the Bible to set aside a day to worship. And this is a virtue that we are picking from you. Secondly, Your Excellency, I want to agree with Honorable Chanda that you can choose your friends, but you cannot choose your neighbor. And Your Excellency, it's even more blessing if that your neighbor becomes your friend. And we are happy that we are not only seeing a neighbor, but we are seeing a neighbor who is a friend of this region. And you are guaranteed the support of this region, Your Excellency, because you have demonstrated to us that you care. You have demonstrated to us that you don't want this region to lag behind. I have worked with you for now well over 1 year, very closely. And I know that your government is a government of inclusivity. What is happening in Siaya and what is going to happen in Siaya and happening in Kisumu and what happening in Migori and Homa Bay is happening in the rest of the country. You gave me the power of the pen, and I know the budget from page 1 to the last page, and I see the projects that are being implemented in this country, including the forgotten areas of northern Kenya, where they are seeing for the first time a 740 kilometers of tarmac road opening up that region. And it is everywhere. You go to Tana River, I was there a while back, two weeks ago, and you can see development across the country. Those people who read social media, those people who sit in some corner of the country and talk of one term, I want to tell you and I want to assure you here, you will be shocked. Those of us who walk across this country and go to all corners of the country, that talk of one term is an illusion. You are going to get your second term, Your Excellency. What you need to do is to soldier on, include the whole country, bring peace in this country, unite the country as you are doing it. You are going to be rewarded, and rewarded. And that reward will not be to you. It will be a reward for the people of Kenya. And when you finish your presidential term, I am confident you are going to hand over to another president who will be thinking about Kenya and not a particular region or a particular corner of the country. I want to come to a close by also talking about some of the reforms. And I want to agree with the previous speaker who spoke, I think it was Honorable Chieng, who spoke about SHA. When I was asked what my opinion about SHA is, especially the systems, as the person responsible for financial systems in this country. I said that I'm very excited of the revelations that I'm seeing. People who don't have information and details about what Oluga is doing with the Duale in that ministry are the ones who are talking out there. Just by us doing an assessment in 6 counties, Your Excellency, out of 47, there are revelations that for years, hostels in this country, some hostels in this country have been taking money from Kenyans, and yet Kenyans are languishing and suffering without treatment. They have been stealing public funds. And when they are caught, they sponsor stories, negative ones, against the very people who are trying to clean up the mess that has been happening in the health sector. Dr. Luga, soldier on and clean the mess that is in the Ministry of Health. Don't be distracted. I am also not getting distracted to implement e-procurement. EGP is the way to cut on wastages in the government. My plea to the accounting officers, don't listen to your procurement officers because they don't want to let go where they have been stealing public funds. Make sure that you move around and ask your procurement officer to work with the National Treasury to implement this system. This system is going to save us a lot. My team at the National Treasury did not have a weekend. They are making sure that by next week, all state departments, all county governments are ready to do procurement through e-procurement platform. And I will tell you, some people are making noise that the system is not working. But they don't even know how that system works. How can you say it is not working and you don't even know how it works? Only 13 counties have been cleared by a controller of budget. So your counties cannot procure because you have not cleared with the controller of the budget. The ones that have cleared with controller of budget, by next week you should be ready to start procurement. So let us embrace this system. We are not bringing a system that is going to inconvenience you. Any new system must have challenges, but we walk as we move ahead. And I see some people reporting, Sijui, well, how did they put it? Mbadi's 5 billion mess. That system is only worth $2.9 million, which is about 370 million Kenya shillings. And it was procured in 2022 April when I was still a member of parliament. I did not procure that system. If you thought it was procured yesterday, you are behind the news. It was procured in 2022. I was a member of parliament for Super South, for heaven's sake. All that time, it has just been kept there. What I've done is to make it work. And it is in line with the National Assembly's approval in 2020 through regulations where they said we should go e-procurement. Members of parliament conditioned the executive to go e-procurement. Thank you very much. Embrace this system. Support me, support the government, support us in all our reforms to save Kenyans from fraudsters. With those many remarks, kauono kawach dholuo, asewacho kisungu ma dholuo ruenya, anung'eni anoru, oruoyo matin, dipo kukwaya weche mathoth, to gima nyisou, kalam majatelo miyowane, to awe maber bomiya tandi ni batha, jo Siaya kalambwa nyotiyo kuomu maber. Ubro neno kochak team projects gini kalambwa nyotiyo kuomu maber. With those many remarks, allow me to invite the governor for Siaya County, my senior, Jim Winyamayanga, James Agri Orengo. Karibu. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, my Lordship, the Bishop of the Anglican Church, and I'm also an Anglican, Cabinet Secretaries, including the intellectual Opio Wandai and John Badi, who I've worked with, all members of Parliament who have come in here today. Anadwa wacho matina inyagidholuo, aitatieke kisongo. Jadi morwako President Ruto kane badu. Nona urukendo jomorwako President Ruto ne. Erokamano. Your Excellency the President, last night and this morning, Right Honorable Raila Odinga rang me and he asked me to make sure that the people in Siaya receive you well. And I'm glad that those instructions have been carried out. When Baba says right, we go right. When Baba says left, we go. Yadimu yenika Baba wacho right or the right. He also asked me to bring his greetings to the people of Siaya. Yadimu wako mosmara ila Odinga. Your Excellency the President, I want to allay the fears of those who think you don't have Siaya in your heart. Last week, when I was talking with you, and you said you are coming to Siaya, you also confirmed that on the 16th of October this year, you are again coming to Siaya. President Duogo Siaya Katari Kaparga Uchiel. We are going to have the Siaya International Trade and Investment Conference, and it will be presided by no other person than the President of the Republic of Kenya. And we are very, 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 very grateful. I want to say to the people of Siaya, particularly when my bishop, your word today of brothers staying together, a people united, a people united will always succeed. And we want Siaya to be united, but we also want Kenya to be united. And I'm glad, Your Excellency the President, you are on the road of putting Kenya together. And this is exemplified by the fact that when you are forming your government, you included the people of Siaya. I know you will include more, but we have a cabinet secretary, we have 2 PSS, and we have directors, and as has been said, if any other opportunity comes, please remember the people of Siaya. But I want to talk about what is coming soon. I don't want to talk about what is coming in the future, in the distant future. I want to talk about what is happening soon. You promised us that you are going to build the stadium, that you are going to finish the stadium. You promised us that you are going to build us a hospital. On the 8th of October, your minister is coming here to break ground for the new Siaya Referral Hospital. And also, on the same day, there's going to be an extension to the stadium, the groundbreaking, Honorable President, 2 days ago, I signed a letter handing over the land at Usenge. We have handed over the land at Usenge. And Director Captain Ruto of the Ports Authority, whom I'm going to meet on Tuesday, they are ready to start building the port in Usenge. And it's not only Usenge. I know you have undertaken work to be done at Asembo Bay, at Wichloom, and many other places where we want the people to have landing sites along the lake. Jadimo yegitich ma President Otio tingna badumalo. You told me that Bondo is going to have the Bondo bypass road, and we are waiting for that to be done. And in Siaya, the work that is going on, we are happy with what you are doing with us. I can tell you, and I always like speaking the truth. I like speaking the truth. So long as you work for the people of Kenya and the people of Siaya, the future is bright for President Ruto and the people of Kenya. And so far, the work is going on. An kora Orengo nyatieng, anta antie, an Orengo kidi, an Orengo jawawa, ana linga, orango dako wadu, mon wetena. Kenan member ma Mothers Union bende, ano kani kama, ani Mothers Union. Kama abro donje bange, to sani aja Mothers Union. Omio, wamor gigik madhi nyime. Jadi mo yenu anju wuoth kanyakla gi national government mondo piny otire. Ya uye! Siaya uye! Ugenya uye! Gemu uye! Alago Usonga uye! Rarieda uye! Bondo uye! Ero urukamano. Koro yena uru mundarwag, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, right, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto.
Aya. Asanteni sana. Tafadhali tuketi chini. Asanteni. Tafadhali tuketi. Thank you very much. Baba wetu Askofu John Mark Aung Kodia, ndugu viongozi wote wenzangu, Wakristo wa hapa Siaya, ndugu wananchi, hamjambo. Amoso ujodurwa. Jodurwa umor. Jodurwa untie. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Nyasaye ber. Sejete. Hebu mnisalimie. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Tusalimiane hewani. Asanteni sana. Mimi kwanza nataka nimshukuru Mungu kwa kutupatia nafasi tufike hapa Siaya. Nimshukuru askofu wetu kwa kutunenea neno la Mungu. Asante sana askofu. I listen to many preachers, but I can say without fear of any contradiction, you are in a class of your own. You spoke to us so well about the word of God. Nasema asante sana na nimefurahi sana kufika hapa leo
ili tuweze kuungana pamoja na nyinyi katika ibada hii ya shukrani na ibada ambayo imetuunganisha. Nilipopata mwaliko kutoka rafiki yangu James Opiyo Wandayi na nikamweleza gavana wetu na viongozi wa hapa akiwemo mjumbe wenu, sote tulikubaliana tutafika hapa kwa sababu mbali na yale yote tunafanya, bila Mungu hatuwezi kwenda mbele. And that is why we are here to worship God, because beyond what we can do as human beings, it is God who can make things happen and change the history of a nation. Mimi, viongozi ndugu zangu hawa wameongea kwa kirefu. Kabla sijasema mambo machache, tuko hapa na PSS wangu, pengine hawakuonyeshwa. Niko hapa na Ouma Oluga, PS wangu wa health, mpigeni makofi. Niko hapa na PS wangu wa trade, Regina Obam, mpigeni makofi. Niko hapa na PS wangu wa interior, Bwana Omolo, mpigeni makofi. Niko na viongozi wengine, directors, board chairman na viongozi wengine wa serikali wakiwemo county commissioner na wale wengine wote ambao tunafanya kazi pamoja na wao, na tumefurahi sana kuwa hapa siku ya leo. Watu wa Siaya, mimi nataka mjue ya kwamba katika safari ya kubadilisha Kenya, mambo ya maendeleo ya taifa letu la Kenya, tumekubaliana na tumeamua ya kwamba siasa ya zamani ya ubaguzi, ya kugawanya watu, ya mirengo na ukabila tumeifutilia mbali. Sisi tunaunganisha taifa letu la Kenya liwe taifa moja. Na sababu hiyo, ile maendeleo yote inaendelea taifa letu la Kenya vile Nyang, huyu waziri wangu wa fedha, amesema, pia inaendelea hapa Siaya. Maneno ya stima, mumesikia waziri Opiyo Wandayi alikuwa hapa juzi. Hapa Siaya tunajua kidogo bado kuna sehemu nyingi haijafikiwa na stima. Na ndio sababu hiyo tumeweka 1.8 billion to connect 14,000 new homesteads to electricity in this Siaya County. Na tunafanya hivyo katika sehemu zingine zote za taifa letu la Kenya. Nataka vile vile mjue katika program yetu ya affordable housing na housing kwa ujumla, hapa Siaya tumeweka pesa 10 ya affordable housing. Tunajenga nyumba yetu hapa, nyumba 882 tayari inaendelea kujengwa. Mimi nilikuja kuzianzisha. Tumeweka kandarasi ingine hapa pale kwa civil servants hapa Siaya town. Another 1,000 housing units tutaanza kujenga hivi karibuni. Pale Bondo tuko na affordable housing. Pale Ukwala tuko na affordable housing. We have affordable housing in Ugenya. We have affordable housing in Ugunja. And we are going to do affordable housing, Mheshimiwa, my brother Otiende Amolo, pale Aram. We also want to do affordable housing there. And we want to do affordable housing Nyamninia, someplace hapo kona hapo. Kule game. Nyumba 8,000 tunazijenga kwa sababu tunataka vijana wapate ajira na tunataka makao mazuri ili tusikate mashamba yetu. Tuweke mashamba iwe ni mahali ya kuzalisha chakula na tuweke makao mazuri ndio wananchi waweze kusonga mbele pamoja. Chana naye. Vile vile katika hiyo program tunajenga soko, na soko ambazo tunajenga hapa Siaya ni soko 18 mpya in Siaya County. Na nilikuja hapa niliwaeleza, leo nitaenda hata kuanzisha ingine pale Sidindi, and we are building markets in Siaya the way we are building markets in Kenya. Vile vile, mumesikia hapa katika hii college yetu hapa ya KMTC, huyu chairman wetu wa budget amewaeleza ile pesa tumeweka. Hapa vile vile tumeweka pesa 5.5 billion shillings ya kujenga hostels ya wanafunzi wetu hapa Siaya County. Very good. Haya, naona tumepata baraka ya mvua. So, I was saying the following. On matters affordable housing, we are building 8,000 units worth 17 billion shillings. We are building 18 markets at a cost of 1.5 billion shillings. And we are building 11,500 bed hostels in different colleges. Pale katika university yetu ya Bondo, pale Odero Akango University ya kule Maseno, hii college hii ya KMTC, pale katika mahali tumetoka hapo, mahali tumeweka ndege hapo kwa National Polytechnic, na sehemu zingine nyingi hapa Siaya. So we are going to construct hostels that will assist the young people of this area in the colleges and in the universities so that they can live in decent conditions. And that is going to be a program that is going to cost us another 5.5 billion. In total, on affordable housing, on markets, and on hostels, we are going to spend 22 billion shillings in Siaya County to make sure that we change these constituencies and this county in general. Vile vile, mjue ya kwamba katika mpango yetu ya kutengeneza mabarabara, vile tunatengeneza barabara zingine Kenya mzima, pia tumesema hii Nyanza hii Siaya lazima tutembee nayo sambamba. Barabara tulikuwa na budget last year ya shilingi milioni 500. This year tumeongeza hiyo pesa mpaka 2.5 billion ya mabarabara hapa Siaya County. And in the coming months, we are going to enhance and put another 1.5 billion so that we have a total of 4 billion shillings to build roads in this Siaya County. Munajua nilikuja pale kwa barabara ya Goe. Huyu bwana Ochanda ananisumbua kila wakati na hiyo barabara, na hiyo maneno ya daraja. Now we have resources, we have put their money to work on that bridge. Tumetengeneza pia mpango ya barabara ya Kodiaga, Rabango, Ratuoro mpaka Usenge. Hiyo barabara vile vile iko katika mipango yetu. Bondo bypass. Tulikubaliana na viongozi wa hapa ya kwamba tunataka kutengeneza barabara ya Bondo bypass. We now have committed money in the budget to build Bondo bypass, as we also build the road from Jaramogi Oginga University to Uloma all the way, tuhakikisha kwamba that section of this county is also attended to, na tunahakikisha kwamba kuna barabara ya kutosha. Vile vile tumekubaliana barabara ya kutoka Kabao kwenda Bondo kwenda mpaka Siny Oye. Hiyo barabara vile vile tutatengeneza, tuko nayo kwa budget na itaendelea. Barabara ya Tanga, Kibaku, Osiri iko kwa budget yetu. Kalandini, ile Otiende alisema, Kalandini, Luala mpaka ifike Kaelija. Sijui Elija alikuwa nani, lakini mtu wako hapo. Hiyo barabara vile vile tutatengeneza. Wangariot, Asembo Bay vile vile iko katika budget yetu. Sidindi, Sikomere, Masiro iko katika budget yetu. na vile vile Ng'ia, Kobare, Malele iko katika budget yetu, na vile niliwaeleza sitataja barabara yote, lakini I want to assure you that in the next 1 year you will see the difference that we are making in road construction, not just in Siaya but in the whole country, because we have put together resources close to 300 billion Kenya shillings to build roads in the Republic of Kenya, because we want to make a difference and because we want to move people, we want to move goods, we want to move services so that we can grow our economy, we can eliminate hunger, we can eliminate poverty, and we can contribute to the growth of our economy as we build our nation as Kenyans. Vile vile, kwa sababu nimefika hapa leo, mimi nataka niwaeleze vile vile James Orengo, tulikutana na yeye na watu wa Siaya walikuja wakanitembelea na tulikubaliana na wao mambo kadhaa. One of them is stadium hapa kwenu Siaya. Hiyo stadium ilijengwa, na mimi nataka nishukuru Rasanga, alifanya sehemu kidogo, Orengo akakuja akafanya sehemu hapo. Sasa ile imebaki ni sehemu mimi nitashughulikia. Tayari nimetumana hapa. Orengo alisema contractor atakuja tarehe 8 Oktoba. Sio hivyo. Wacha nisahihishe. Tarehe 8 September ndio contractor anakuja. In the next 8 days contractor atakuwa hapa. Na nimeamurisha huyo contractor, mimi nataka hiyo kazi ya both the facility ya stadium. Tumewapatia milioni 550 ya stadium to make the stadium modern. Mimi nasikia mnasema sana kuhusu Homa Bay. Hii stadium yenu pengine itashinda ile ya Homa Bay. So mosmos tulizeni body. Sawa sawa. Vile vile tumetoa pesa milioni 500 ya kuwajengea hospitali pale pia katika hapo Siaya. So the contractor is going to do both the stadium and we are also going to do the hospital, because tunataka kuhakikisha kwamba hiyo hospitali inapata nafasi ya kutibu watu wa hapa Siaya in a way that reflects the needs of the people of this county. Vile vile mimi nataka niwashukuru watu wa Siaya. Katika program yetu ya matibabu, nyinyi mnajua ya kwamba tumekubaliana afya for a very long time. Health has been a privilege for those who cannot afford and those who have the means. But the Constitution tells us that health is a right of every Kenyan, irrespective of their financial capacity or status. Na sababu hiyo ndio tumebadilisha mambo ya afya. Tukasema tunataka kusajili kila Mkenya. Tunataka kila Mkenya apate matibabu, aende hospitali, atibiwe na aende nyumbani bila ya kuulizwa pesa yeyote, because we now have a plan on how to deliver health in the Republic of Kenya. Hapa Siaya wananchi 1,400 wamejiandikisha tayari kwa SHA. Out of 990 citizens, 990,000 citizens of this county, already 40% are registered in SHA. Mimi nataka niwaulize wale wengine wote ambao hamjajisajili. Tunataka mujiandikishe, kujiandikisha ni bure. Wewe ujiandikishe, na nilisema ya kwamba hii kujiandikisha itakupatia nafasi ya kwenda hospitali utibiwe pale kwa level 1, level 2, level 3, hospitali ya dispensary, hospitali ya health center, hospitali ya sub-county hospital, hospitali ya level 4. Hizo hospitali zote ukienda pale utatibiwa, ile utapatiwa dawa, utadungwa sindano kama inahitaji sindano, upatiwe dawa na uende nyumbani bila ya kuulizwa pesa yoyote na mtu yeyote. And I want to repeat, nikiwa hapa Siaya, bado kuna counties moja ama mbili ambayo inalipisha wananchi. Sisi kama serikali tumetoa pesa shilingi bilioni 21 kuhakikisha ya kwamba kila mwananchi mahali popote anaweza kwenda ile outpatient, aende kwa dispensary, aende kwa hospitali ya health center, aende level 3, level 4, atibiwe, adungwe sindano, apatiwe dawa na aende nyumbani. Serikali italipia kila Mkenya ile outpatient. Nyenye mnanielewa watu wa Siaya? Ber kosok ber. Mnanielewa? Wawinjore. Tunaelewana? Sikizeni. Wacha nirudie. Tunataka kuhakikisha ya kwamba afya sio starehe ya matajiri na watu ambao wako na pesa. Afya ni haki ya kila Mkenya. Na hatutaki Mkenya tena auze mali yake, auze ng'ombe yake, ama auze shamba yake ili kulipa gharama ya hospitali. We now have a plan as a nation on how to deliver matters health. Na sababu hiyo tunataka tushirikiane, tufanye hiyo kazi kwa pamoja. Vile vile muliniuliza ya kwamba mnataka vile tumejenga paya kule Homa Bay, mkasema pia tujenge paya Usenge na tujenge sijui Asembo, mlisemaje pale huyo Tienda Amelwa anasema tuweke pia Wasembo Bay, lakini siku ile mliniambia Usenge. Sasa mbona hamkusema Wasembo Bay siku hiyo? So tayari Kenya Ports Authority will be beginning the construction of a pier in Usenge and a fish market in Usenge. Na nitawaeleza sasa wakuje pia wafanye feasibility study ya kujenga another pier pale Asembo Bay, vile mbunge wenu Mheshimiwa Otiende amependekeza. Vile vile muliniuliza ya kwamba mnataka mambo ya Yala Swamp, ile mashamba ya Dominion pale, ya kwamba mnataka tutatue matatizo ya uwegezaji mahali pale. Tayari nimeita wale ambao wanahusika, and I want to promise you we are going to get a way forward, because at the moment the work in that corner is suboptimal. Kazi ambayo inaendelea pale ni kidogo sana. Hiyo mahali ni mahali ambapo tunaweza kuzalisha mambo mengi, na sababu hiyo county government ya Siaya na serikali ya kitaifa tutaketi chini na wawekezaji so that we can make sure that we revive and we bring new investment into that region and into that Yala Swamp so that we can take it forward into the future. Watu wa Siaya, mimi nimefurahi sana kufika hapa. Yale mambo yote nimewaeleza ni kwa sababu tunataka tushirikiane na tutembee kwa pamoja. Lakini hiyo kazi yote haiwezi kufanyika kama hatutafuata yale askofu wetu alituambia. Askofu ametueleza ya kwamba Biblia Zaburi 133 inasema how good and how pleasant it is when brethren work together in unity. Na ndio sababu mimi na Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga tulikubaliana ya kwamba tuunganishe taifa letu la Kenya. Hata kama pale nyuma tulikuwa tunashindana, lakini tumesema wacha tuwache mambo ya kushindana kando, tuunganishe taifa hili letu la Kenya, maendeleo ipatikane, tubadilishe Kenya, ndio Kenya iwe ni nchi ya amani na Kenya iweze kupiga hatua ya kwenda mbele. Na mimi nasimama hapa Siaya kurudia kusema na mshukuru Baba Raila Amolo Odinga kwa kuniunga mkono na kunisaidia tutengeneze serikali ya broad based ambayo inaleta Wakenya wote pamoja, ndio tusukulike na mambo ya maendeleo, tuunganishe Wakenya, ndio Kenya iwe ni nchi ambayo sisi zote tutajivunia. Watu wa Siaya, jameni, mnasema tuungane ama tutengane? Mnasema tushirikiane pamoja? Wale wanasema tuungane nione kwa mkono, wale wanasema tuungane. Tunaelewana? And let me say this, good people, the people of Siaya, as I talk to you and as I talk to the people of Kenya, we are citizens of a great nation called Kenya. And this nation, it is our responsibility. It is up to us to change the destiny of this nation. What we have done to bring together people, to assemble a broad-based government, is because it is necessary for the unity of this nation, so that we can prosecute the most important agenda of development and transformation of Kenya when we are united and when we are focused in the same area together. Na ndio mimi nataka niwaulize viongozi wenzangu, what stands between the greatness of this nation and the present, between the future of a transformed Kenya and the now, is focused, patriotic, courageous leadership. That is what is expected of us. Na wauliza MCS, wabunge, magavana, na sisi wote, as leaders, we have the privilege to be leaders in this nation. We must know that the destiny of this nation is going to be dictated by what we do, the plan we execute, the passion we put into our work, and the commitment and the accountability that accompanies what we do. Na ndio mimi nawauliza jameni, Kenya hii, there is no shortage of resources. There is no shortage of plans. What stands between Kenya and its greatness is bold, courageous, focused, patriotic leadership, as we have been told by the bishop here. And that is why we must stand together. That is why we must stay focused. And I am confident, mimi nataka niwaeleze watu wa Siaya, as I talk to the people of Kenya, I am confident about the future of this nation. Vile watu wa Korea walibadilisha nchi yao in 30 years. Vile watu wa China walibadilisha nchi yao. Vile watu wa Singapore. Singapore was at the same level as Kenya 60 years ago. Today they are in the first world. We are still struggling in the third world. Let me tell you, good people, we can change this Kenya in the next 30 years. In our lifetime, we can make this country go to the first world. And I am very confident that we have the ability, we have the resources, we have the capability and the human resource to do it. What we must do is to stand together. Look at what we have done. Wacha mimi niwaulize. Look at what we have done. In 3 years, we have doubled our savings at the National Social Security Fund. We had 320 billion, now we have 640 billion. What is going to happen in 5 years? What's going to happen in 10 years? What's going to happen in 20 years? We will not be borrowing money from outside, we will be borrowing our own money because we will have enough savings. Look at what we have done in agriculture. We have cut down the importation of sugar by 70%. We have cut down the importation of maize by 70% because we have invested resources in production. Look at what we have done in education. Our struggling universities, today, they are on sound footing. We have hired so many teachers. We have transformed our education. Look at what has happened. Today, we are building 160,000 houses across Kenya, including 8,000 in Siaya County. Look at what is going to happen. What is going to happen in 5 years? Look at what is going to happen in 10 years. This country, good people, if we stand together, if we are focused, if we are patriotic, if we are accountable, this Kenya is going to change in our lifetime. And I am persuaded, and I am committed, and I believe that working together, we can change Kenya. Watu wa Siaya jameni, mnasema tushirikiane tubadilishe Kenya ama mnasemaje watu wa Siaya? Mnasema tushirikiane? Yes, we can change this nation in our lifetime. It is possible because we have, look at what has happened. Let me give you a bit examples. We have raised 300 billion shillings, not through any other, from our own resources for our roads. We are undertaking projects of 500 billion on housing, on markets, on hostels. Money we have not borrowed from anybody. Money we have raised from our own resources. Look at what we are doing in health. We are committing and we are spending close to 100 billion and another 200 billion in matters of equipment in our health. Money we have not borrowed from anybody. Money we have raised from our own resources. We have increased our savings by another 320 billion shillings in Kenya. Money we have not borrowed from anybody. Just imagine what we can do if we are focused, if we have a plan, if we are courageous, and if we know where we want to go. I want to implore on leaders, nyinyi ndugu zangu MCS, my friends, members of parliament, my brothers and sisters, the governors, I want to ask you, let us work together. We can change this nation in a very fundamental way. We will stop borrowing. We will stop being in the third world. We can move this nation into the first world in our lifetime. Jameni, tutashirikiana watu wa Nyanza. Watu wa Siaya tutashirikiana. Ndugu zangu wabunge tutashirikiana. MCAs muko tayari. Wabunge muko tayari. Bwana Orengo wewe uko tayari. Ama namna gani bwana? Tunaelewana ndugu zangu? I am saying this with this passion because I can see the future and I can see a different Kenya. Many people sometimes accuse me of saying things that are not there because I can see them. Many people cannot see, but I can see a different Kenya. If we keep the faith, if we stick together, if we stay focused, if we are patriotic, if we are accountable. And that is why I agree with my CS, this man, John Buddy, when he says that our detractors, we are not going to listen to you. On matters to do with SHA, the reason why we are unearthing the theft and the corruption in hospitals is because our systems in the SHA, the digital system, is now able to detect the fraud that people have carried out for many years under NHIF. Why do we have 30 billion shillings deni ya NHIF leo? Na tukisema wacha tufanye verification ya hiyo debt ya 30 billion, mahospitali wanaenda kotini wanasema they don't want verification. Kwa sababu wanajua ndani pale iko wizi. And we are not going to pay until we verify because we are not going to spend public money to pay corrupt people. Ama namna gani jameni? So we are telling the people who think the theft they were carrying out in NHIF watalete kwa SHA, nyinyi mnaota ndoto ya mchana. Haiwezekani. Hospitali yeyote, hospitali ya serikali, hospitali ya kibinafsi, hospitali ya kanisa, kama wameiba pesa ya NHIF, watalipa hiyo pesa. Kama wamelete corruption kwa mambo ya SHA, watalipa hiyo pesa na tutawapeleka kotini, kwa sababu we must be accountable for all the resources that the public have put at our disposal as government. And let me also say this. Maneno ya e-procurement. Kuna watu wengi wamezoea kandarasi ya ukora. Kitu ya shilingi 2 tunanunua shilingi 10 kama serikali, kwa sababu ya procurement ya ukora hapo, ya quotation na nini na nini. Tumesema tunaweka e-procurement. Wacha ijulikane imenunuliwa pesa ngapi na imeuziwa serikali na nani. Na mbona mtu wa shilingi 2 hakupata hiyo kandarasi, mtu wa shilingi 10 alipata. That is what we want to do. Mimi najua kuna resistance. Procurement officers, accounting officers hawataki hiyo maneno kwa sababu wanataka kuendelea na ukora ya zamani. Alafu ndio wanaandika headline, sijui Mbadi, sijui 5 billion, sijui nini. Nyinyi na ukora yenu na maheadline yenu na ufisadi yenu hamuwezi kutuzuia kuhakikisha ya kwamba pesa ya serikali inatumika inavyopaswa. And we are going to implement e-procurement. There is no going back. Any official who is not ready to work with us in e-procurement, they can as well leave. Waondoke kwa serikali, waende watafute kazi nyingine. Ama namna gani? Tuko pamoja ama tuko pamoja, my friends? Mnasema tuendelee ama tuendelee? Na vita ya ufisadi hakuna mahali itasimama. Kama ni kwa bunge, kama ni judiciary, kama ni executive, kama ni county, kama ni maofisi zetu za mawizara, we are going to make sure that every penny that has been given by the people of Kenya must be spent as is required and must be spent for the purposes for which that money was meant. And we are going to be firm and we are going to be steady, and no amount of blackmail, intimidation or whatever they want to do is going to stop us. Tunaelewana ndugu zangu? Tumekubaliana watu wa Siaya? Mwisho, huyu bishop ambaye ametunenea neno la Mungu in a very profound way, ametueleza vile vile kuna cathedral inajengwa hapa. Na katiba ya Kenya, the opening ya katiba ya Kenya inasema, we, the people of Kenya, acknowledging the supremacy of God, of all creation. Yani, kabla hatujasema ofisi ingine yote, tunasema nani? Tunasema Mungu. So wale wako na kisirani na sisi na Mungu, shauri yao. Waende wasome katiba kama hata wameshindwa Biblia. Ama namna gani? Si ndio? Sisi tuliandika katiba sisi wote. Na tukasema tumejipatia. So bishop, hiyo cathedral ya hapa Siaya, mnajua imejengwa miaka 20. Just imagine. Nyinyi wote hapa, kila mtu hapa amejenga nyumba yake amemaliza. Lakini kanisa ya Mungu hapa imekwama. Na tuko hapa. Na tunaongea Kiingereza mingi, sijui tunaongea sana Kijaluo, sijui na nini. Sasa hii na mnajua Yesu anaweza kurudi anytime. Sasa just imagine. Yesu arudi, sisi tuko manyumba yetu, hii cathedral iko kwa makosa makubwa sana. So lazima tumalize hii cathedral. Mupende msipende. Hapa namna gani? Hapo tu peke yake ndio naweza kuruhusiwa kusema mupende msipende. Hii cathedral we must finish it. Sawa sawa. So kwa sababu bishop amenionyesha inatakana hapa, inatakana hapa, inatakana namna hii, inatakana namna hii, inatakana pesa nyingi. So nyinyi mtafanya sehemu yenu na mimi tutafanya sehemu yetu pamoja na marafiki wenu. So we must complete this cathedral, so tufanye bidii. Jana nilikuwa pale kwa stadium kwa finals ya mpira pale, na nilikuwa na baba hapo. Nikamwambia mimi naenda Siaya. Kaniambia basi wewe nipelekee salamu. So hii ya Orengo ni ya asubuhi leo, yangu ilikuwa ya jana. So sindio? Na nikamwambia nikienda Siaya nitapeleka salamu zako, na ile kazi iko pale tutafanya sisi wote. Akaniambia ni sawa. Sindio? Sasa alifanya makosa kwa sababu sasa hakujua pengine iko kazi kubwa hapa ya kufanya. Sasa ndio hii kazi imefika. Na lazima, kwa sababu niko na ruhusa yake tufanye, si ndio lazima tufanye. Sasa kwa hiyo kanisa nyinyi mtafanya sehemu yenu. Lakini mimi nitawatafutia shilingi milioni 20 ya hiyo kanisa. Na kwa sababu baba alinituma na nasikia yeye ni Muanglikana. Ama yeye ni wa kanisa gani? Mimi nauliza Bishop, unajua baba ni wa kanisa gani? O Anglican. Nilikuwa nafikiri ni wa Lejo Maria. Umesema ni wa Anglican. Bas, mimi nitaenda kumwambia nimepledge kwa niaba yake shilingi milioni 5 alete ya kumaliza hii kanisa. Si ndio? Alafu nyinyi sasa kina Opio na James na nini mkuje malize ile ingine. So tutashirikiana namna hiyo. Kwa hivyo ndugu zangu watu wa Siaya, mimi sitaki kusema kuzidi hapo. Mimi nimefurahi sana kufika hapa, na mjue ya kwamba tukienda mbele tunatembea tukiwa pamoja. Na Mungu atatujalia so that we can take this nation to the next level. Thank you very much. Mimi nasema asante sana. Nyasaye okwedhu. Sawa sawa. Thank you very much.